Hi, I'm Stuart and welcome to SIRENNET Television. I like gadgets, I don't know about you, but the gang over at Whelen sometimes turn out some pretty interesting ones. They have a new pan and tilt series product line, which is available both on SIRENNET and SIRENNET Outback. The model in question that we're going to take a look at right now happens to be the model PT360PW. I'll give you all the tech specs in a minute, but essentially what it is a beacon-looking object that actually has a pan and tilt light assembly mounted inside here. So there's a series of diodes on a flat panel, basically the best way I could describe it, that are mounted inside this beacon. A couple of interesting things about the beacon itself. The dome itself is a fade and scratch resistant, and it has been hard coated. And those of you who had a chance to look at the Whelen television film on SIRENNET TV had a chance to see at the factory how they do some of the hard coating. So this is actually a hard coated dome. The base itself then has a gasket which goes around the dome area, which will help with dust and water resistance, which is always handy. It's a polycarbonate formed base, so from a weight perspective it's nice and light, so it's not going to be too heavy. There are some mounting options. This one happens to be the permanent mount version, but again I'll come back to the mounting options in a minute. So what does this thing do? Well, gadgets, love gadgets, so here we go. This is the controller for the particular light in question, and what I can do is I can simply turn it on, which I've just done so and taken out one of the cameras. It basically has a pan and tilt, so tilt downward and it will then tilt upwards, again by depressing, I'll get the camera here, can see here better, by depressing the upward button you go up, and obviously down you go down. It's self-explanatory. Left and right, again depending on what way you're facing the camera, but nevertheless you can kind of get the gist of the idea here. Now the output of this particular light itself is at 1475 lumens is what it's going to be putting out. It will in fact turn left and right, respectively, to 210 degrees. So 210 degrees one way and 210 degrees the other. As I said, it's self-explanatory. What would you use this for? Well, you'd use this light, for example, in search and rescue. You'd use this light in public works. You'd use this as a power company, possibly checking out power lines after a result of a storm, which alas, we've had lots of these days. But the most important thing about this product is it's very well constructed indeed. It comes with a full 5-year warranty from Whelen and us here at SIRENNET as well, and SIRENNET Outback. Now, as far as the tech specs go, let's take a quick look at those as we swing it around here, and we got to turn it off in a second. Let me bounce it down here. And one of the things about when you turn it off, this is a thing I like, it kind of goes into a self-diagnostic test. So it spins around in a whole range of different angles and positions as it goes into the shutdown mode. Kind of a reminder for the days of Lost in Space, for those of you who remember that program. For those who don't remember the program, think of Star Wars. But anyway, or those who don't think of Star Wars, think of something else more interesting. So there you have it in the shutdown mode. But let's take a look at the tech specs, and this will swing around here, and we'll get the camera 2 to get a close-up of the diodes. I'm moving it a little bit here. It even has front so that I can know what way to point it. So if you get a zoom in here, you can actually see the Gen 3 diodes, I'll do it this way a little bit better, that are mounted in the deep dish reflector. The light that you're getting bounced off the top of this, by the way, is from our showroom area behind Studio One. So again, you can see the hard coating gives a nice reflective bounce off as well. And I'll be able to move it around here. So as I said earlier, basically you've got a 210 degree to the left and a 210 degree to the right. Obviously I'm not going the full 210 degrees. Tilt upwards is 90 degrees, so it'll go up a total of 90 degrees upwards, and it will then go a total of 20 degrees downward. Obviously you've got a vehicle below you, so it wouldn't be point going any lower than that. The amp draw on this unit is at 2 amps, so really a very nice amp draw, not high at all by any means. Now it also comes with mounting hardware, as you can see here. There is a flange variant available as well, and we will be offering that on the website as an additional option that you would attach to the base of the light. So again, this is how it will come in a permanent configuration, so you can permanently mount this. Flange mounting means that there's a plate that this light would sit on, and then by mounting the flange onto the roof of a vehicle, headache rack, roof rack, something of that nature, you've got the ability to disconnect and take it away, again, should you decide to do that with the right appropriate hardware in relation to the wiring. The controller itself is remote control, so again, you've got the ability to clip it onto your belt, hold it in your hand, put it inside your vehicle, and move around should you decide to do that. So you're out in the field, you get a chance to use this should the need arise with respect to a remote control feature. All the tech specs, of course, are available on the website. So again, it is the brand new Whelen PT360PW. It's available both on SIRENNET and SIRENNET Outback, so go ahead and check it out. And as always, many thanks for watching Siren Television. I'm Stuart.